Welcome to IPOB Rapture Media, January 16, 2024. Why terrorists are taking over FCT Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer. The statement from Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer, Ifeanyi Ejiofor, highlights concerns about the increasing presence of terrorists in the Federal Capital Territory, FCT, of Nigeria. Ejiofor blames the compromised security architecture of the country for allowing this infiltration to happen. He mentions that despite assurances of repentance from terrorists, many of them have been integrated into the security apparatus. Ejiofor makes reference to a previous incident where terrorists broke into Kuje prison, located in the heart of the FCT, and freed high-profile members and other inmates. He criticizes the lack of arrest or prosecution of those involved in the prison break and states that the country has seemingly moved on without holding anyone accountable. He further notes the alarming rise in daring atrocities committed by these terrorists, including the Christmas Day massacre in Plateau State and successive kidnappings. Ejiofor expresses shock that the terrorists have extended their operations into the FCT, and he questions the surprise shown by many people. Ejiofor suggests that the narrative of terrorists repenting and being integrated into the security apparatus is contributing to the escalating insecurity in the country. He claims that Nigeria's security architecture has long been compromised, and now the entire nation is suffering the consequences. In concluding his statement, Ejiofor laments the current state of affairs in Nigeria and suggests that the country he once knew no longer exists. Ejiofor's statement raises important concerns about the state of security in Nigeria, particularly in the Federal Capital Territory. The infiltration of terrorists into such a significant administrative and political hub raises questions about the effectiveness of security measures in the country. The incident at Kuje prison highlights a significant security lapse, as high-profile terrorists were able to break free without any consequences for those responsible. This not only undermines the justice system, but also sends a message of impunity to potential criminals, further eroding public trust in the government's ability to maintain law and order. The mention of terrorists being integrated into the security apparatus is deeply troubling. If individuals with a history of violence and extremism are recruited and placed in positions of authority, it not only compromises the effectiveness of security forces, but also poses a threat to the safety of innocent civilians. This raises questions about the vetting processes and overall competence of the security agencies responsible for maintaining peace and security in the country. The escalation of atrocities committed by these terrorists, including kidnappings and killings, highlights the urgency of the situation. The fact that they are now operating within the Federal Capital Territory, which is supposed to be well protected, is indeed a cause for alarm. It underscores the need for a comprehensive and effective strategy to address the root causes of terrorism and strengthen security measures at all levels. Ejiofor's statement implies that the compromised security architecture is not only a recent development, but something that has plagued the country for a long time. This indicates a systemic failure that demands immediate attention from the government and security agencies. Without addressing the underlying issues, it will be difficult to curtail the rising tide of terrorism and secure the safety and well-being of the Nigerian people. In conclusion, the concerns raised by Nnamdi Kanu's lawyer shed light on the gravity of the security situation in Nigeria, particularly in the Federal Capital Territory. The compromised security architecture and the integration of terrorists into the security apparatus pose significant risks to the country's stability and the safety of its citizens. Urgent action is needed to address these issues, strengthen security measures, hold those responsible accountable, and restore confidence in the ability of the government to protect its people.